evening. T-Speak at 222 with the ISO headquarters. It's 11:32 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the East Coast in the United States of America. I want to come with this article from December 21st, and it's an urgent thing for many banks. A little bit of a issue that they've been having. So a lot of competitive stuff going on, obviously, with the crossover. So let's read this. Then I want to touch the Doge and Shiba charts, and then I'll let you go. Might actually bring in Algo and IOTA as well, but we'll see what happens. Many banks are taking a relaxed approach to the migration of payment systems to the new messaging standard. Banks are coming under competitive pressure to move to the new Universal Financial Messaging Standard, ISO-20022, as the overall shift in the payment industry to instant payments means that existing products and services could become inoperable if they don't act. In Europe, CHAPS will be the first to migrate to the new messaging standard in June 2022, followed by Target 2 in November in Canada. The Link system will also migrate in November 2022, as will Swift correspondent banking, albeit with a coexistence plan. Fedwire and chips in the U.S. are expected to move over in 2023. A recent bottom line report, The Future of Competitive Advantage in Banking and Payment, shows, however, that most banks and financial institutions seem to be leaving their preparations to the last minute. Almost 60% of those surveyed had either not started planning, just started planning, or were still looking for information on how to move forward. Some banks already support ISO-20022 for corporate payment and account statement services, but if they do not, process changes are required to transform internal processes to be inoperable with future market infrastructure international organization for standardization requirements. Financial institutions can do what their corporate customers want them to do and use ISO standards to streamline all processes and enable the sharing of rich remittance information, says Paul Tamala, Global Head of Payments Finastra. You have reached premium content, blah, blah, blah. I don't care about the premium content. I just wanted you guys to hear that part of it. So, because these are the important deadlines, you can go get your premium content if you want, but it's not worth it. So that was just a quick thing I wanted you guys to see for the early implementation. Yesterday I shared the ISO, the 5 compliant cryptos to keep an eye on. It's ones we cover all the time. So that was just a quick little piece there that I wanted you to see. And then I want to go over, first I want to start with Doge, because we're going to start doing daily technical analysis again. As you know, my fiance, wife, whatever you want to call her, we've been together almost 9 years. Got into a bad car accident, so we couldn't get married because of legal stuff. And she just had her 4th surgery, as you guys know, so the content's been a little sporadic. But on the 20th, she had her reconstructive surgery, her 4th one, so it's just been a big long mess. Her talus bone died on her, so she had to get her talus bone removed. She had a fusion done. She had a cadaver bone put in with the back of her ankle bone that they graft, and also a synthetic bone, and they put it into her foot, rebuilt her talus. That became her new talus bone, and then they fused it together, put in screws and a plate. So now she's got 3 months where she can't put any weight on her foot at all, so it'll be interesting. So this is day 3. Just finished up being home from the hospital. So I thank everybody for your understanding and also for your well wishes. So right now, Doge had a firm double bottom placed right at that 1597 roughly. We can move this up because now we know where it was at, about 1610. Came all the way down to our target and then beyond. We're still looking for a double bottom potential down there at 1306. But right now we're in the 30-minute time frame. Got resistance at 1828. If we can break this, we can come back up to that 21 cent area and then maybe the 2222 for that double top up there. But I don't know if we're going to get back up there. I think it's more likely to say we would have a double top up here around 1916 if we're going to keep rounding this, because we are rounding it. So we have underneath support at 1715, overhead resistance at 1828. But I actually want to raise this because we have support at 1744 on the 30-minute time frame. 1828 above, below 1610 where we did hit a double bottom. So that's for Doge. For Shiba, we pumped off of our target of 2926. That was actually our double bottom. We went just past it, but it was an overextended double bottom. Slightly declined. And now we have resistance at 3978, which is our getting towards our top zone before a little bit of a bigger breakout. We have underneath support that I'm going to get rid of because it's going to take over the 30-minute time frames roll. So 3469 underneath, overhead 3978. If we fall through 3469, we'll go to 3168. If we break 3978, our next target's 4510. God, I love this rapid fire approach. Algo. Oh, actually, let's do IOTA first. IOTA pumped, and it was almost up to algo. And right now we've got underneath support that we're coming up to at $1.22. We got overhead resistance at $1.32. We break past there. We've got a little bit of a support resistance area right here about $1.13. If you want to, just know the zones, $1.12, $1.13 area. And then underneath that $1, what is that, about $99.73. But we've had this area where you can say, okay, $1's real strong. That's our bottom. So we're going to see what happens here. I'd expect us to test $1.22. And then with algo, that's what I'm watching. It had to pump a little bit because it had to reseparate itself, but it hit our resistance at $1.4912 perfectly. We've got underneath support at $1.37. This $1.42 is irrelevant right now. So I'd say $1.38 underneath support with the 30-minute time frame, $1.49 resistance. If we fall through $1.38, we got 131 and then 125. If we break 149, we got 159, 168, and 184. Make sure to hit that like button, turn that notification on, and I hope this helps each and every one of you out there, my beautiful, beautiful audience.